Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to talk with you guys about the palettes that I want to pan for 2019. So I haven't made my decision yet, so I'm not like, this is not a video to introduce you guys to the palette, but I kind of want to talk through my options, kind of get you guys' opinions as well. Yeah, so let's do that. So I've got 3 palettes now that I'm kind of considering for this. I'm kind of still in doubt about all of them because of different reasons, so that's why like your opinions are gonna be really useful here. So yeah, let's take a look at them and see the pros and cons as to why I might or might not want to finish them. So first of all, this is one that I mentioned in a previous video not that long ago. This is my NYX Strike a Pose palettes, and this is from the 10 color eyeshadow palette like collection, or however you want to call that. So this is one that I have been working on before already, and I've actually already hit pan in one of the shades. Don't know how well you guys will be able to see, but I've got pan in this shade over here. As you can see, it has a really nice range of colors, but at the same time, like, this is fairly neutral color. I've got a brown here, I've got a brown here. The white is well, it won't show up this white anyway, so for me with my light skin tone it's a nice like brow bone highlight. I've got a yellow here that is fairly neutral. I've got kind of a more goldish brown tone which is fairly neutral. Those red like colors are always nice for kind of fall time. And then I've got like 2 pops of colors, a purple and a green over here, and then another black, which yeah, let's see what we're gonna do with that one. But yeah, so fairly neutral, easy to work with a few pops of colors. So that's why I thought this one would be a good one. I've already made some progress on it. I've got pan here, I've got some dips here and there as well. So this would be one that I'm heavily considering. Although at the same time, when I look at the back of this one, it has 14 grams of product in here. And it doesn't look very big, because like this is the case of my palette that I'm working on right now. But then I looked at the side of this one, and this one says this whole palette only has 13.5 grams of product. So my whole palette that I'm working on this year, it contains less product than this little tiny palette here. I don't really know how that works, because this really doesn't feel like that much product, but it might actually be a whole lot bigger than I thought it was. And my whole theory behind trying to find a smaller palette to work on is that I can work on some singles at the same time, which would be great because I want to work through some other things instead of just focusing on the one palette. And I noticed that if I start bringing other things in, I feel like I'm not focusing on my palette enough. So I thought if I choose a smaller palette this year, I can focus on some other things and work through some like singles or duos or other things that I have going on in my collection as well. So yes, I thought this one was small enough, but then when I checked the grams, maybe not. Yeah, so those are my pros and cons about this one. Then my second one is a Quatro that I'm considering. This is the Catrice Absolute Eye Color Quatro in, what's the name? The Seasons Must Have. And as you can see, let me open it so there is not as much of a glare. There is a combination of like some cooler tone colors, as there is like a teal, like minty, bluish green here, and a gray. But then at the same time there is this like slightly warmer purple, and this one is more of a like almost champagne-y type lid slash brow bone inner corner highlight situation. So this like color rise is a good like match in between both, but this one, the thing is that these 2 shadows together are already 5 grams of product, and then these 2 are 3 grams of product together. So there is quite a bit of product in each pan in a way. This together is 8 grams of product, so there is a whole lot of the same color going on in this one basically. And then at the same time, when I'm looking at the palettes that I've been working on over the last 2 years basically, there have been quite some cool tones in those palettes. So I don't know whether I want to focus on a lot of cool tones, well like at least 50% cool tones again over the next year. So those are things that I'm kind of wondering about. But at the same time, because it only has 4 colors, I kind of have to bring in other colors to keep this palette interesting. So there is a whole lot that I can combine with this one while focusing on actually getting this like smaller palette out. So yeah, pros and cons for that palette. And then lastly, I've got this Too Faced Glamour to Go palette that has a few eyeshadows, but also has a bronzer, a blush, and a lip gloss. Yeah, I'm never that much of a fan of lip glosses in palettes, but it's there. So this one is really nice and cute. There are like a few smaller shades up here. Also here it seems to be kind of a combination of warmer and cooler tones. Like we've got a kind of bluish gunmetal gray type of color here. This green is slightly cooler, but at the same time this goldish brown again. We've got an actual brown. Yeah, so it's a combination of at the same time again, although it seems a little bit more cooler as well. Tricky thing with this one, there is this little like drawer in the bottom that you can pull out, and that will give you your blush, sorry, it will give you your blush, lip gloss, and bronzer. The bronzer is broken at the moment, so I would have to repress it, but I haven't really used it yet, so it's probably going to be really hard to repress it without having it overflow. So don't know what I'm going to do with that yet. But yeah, this palette is nice because it has 8 colors, so it gives me a nice variety. It doesn't have like a huge amount of product in every single pan, because this one in total is, what was it again, let's say almost 7.5 grams of product. So there is slightly less product in this one than there is in these 4 colors together. So again, that is a nice reason to work on this, because I need to use different shades at the same time anyway. It's probably going to be fairly easy to start to see progress on all the colors in here, because there isn't a huge amount of product in them. And that keeps me motivated, and it will really give me the possibility to bring in some bigger singles without me feeling that I'm neglecting all the colors in here, because the progress will be fairly visible still, because the pans are a little bit smaller. So yes, those are the things that I'm considering at the moment. When I would pan this one, I would definitely also work on the blush and the bronzer and the lip gloss, just so I can get the whole palette out. So that would already give me like some direction as to which blushes and bronzers and things I'm going to be finishing in the next year as well. So that's going to be nice. It's a really nice and compact palette, so it's really easy to travel with as well. Well, all of these are really, so that is not really a reason to choose any one of them. So yes, those are the 3 palettes I'm considering at the moment. And I'd love to hear what you guys think, like what makes sense to do. To me, I feel like I'm kind of gravitating towards this NYX one the most, even though there seems to be that much product in it, but it is like slightly older in my collection, while this Too Faced one, even though it's not new anymore, it's definitely newer than this one. But then this one seems more convenient and more doable, similar with this one, just because that other one is like 14 grams, which is even more than what I'm trying to pan this year. So yes, that is it. That is like all the things that are going on in my head while trying to decide which palette I'm going to be panning for the next year. Definitely would love to hear your opinion and your suggestions for what you would go with, what you think makes sense for me to focus on. And yeah, that is it for now. Definitely don't forget to subscribe if you want to follow along with my current Panda palette, and definitely also see what Panda palette I'm actually going to be doing over the next year. And that's it for now. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye.